Hey, and welcome to this Friday Tech Tip. My name is Carsten Milbach, and today I'm going to show you how to use and make sure that Whiteboard is enabled on your Teams Android meeting rooms. So, just for starters, what do we need to make sure of? Well, we need to make sure that Whiteboard is enabled in your tenant. So, you log into Administrator Center, and in here you go to Settings. And under settings, you have original settings. In here, you will see a complete list of all the Microsoft apps that are available. And if we scroll down to the bottom, we have Whiteboard. In Whiteboard, we get a site here, and we want to make sure that Whiteboard is turned on. Default Whiteboard is turned on, but if you experience any problem, please make sure that Whiteboard is actually enabled before you begin investigating further. So we have now made sure that it's available. Then the next step is that we need to go in on the device and make sure that we have the newest Microsoft Teams app on it. And it's important that you upgrade the firmware also on the device. If we go in here under Teams devices and we go to Android. In this case, I am using a Yelik A20, an awesome small Android bar that's easy to configure, easy to set up and install, and just a plain nice device. So I go in here, and we go into Health, and we can see in the Teams app that I have minimum 2022 12.05. That is the minimum version that we need if we want the whiteboarding to work on the Android devices. Again, update the firmware to the newest as possible, follow the instruction from the manufacturer, and make sure that everything is updated and nice and dandy. So right now we have upgraded the device. We are making sure that everything is as it should. So now I will stand up and get in front of the meeting room. So now we are here up at the meeting board, and I don't know if you notice it, but we have a new icon saying Whiteboard. This is if the Android device are working on a touchscreen without any control, anything like that. I'll get back to the controller in a bit, but right now we just have the device, and we have a touchscreen where it's enabled. So you would just walk up and click on Whiteboard. What happens now is that the Whiteboard app will start. Just need 2 seconds to start up, and now we're ready to go. And now we have the whiteboard that we normally know from our meetings, and we can do our typing and all that stuff. If you want to delete something, just a little extra tip, instead of going and following that, if you double tap on it, you can actually go in here and say that you want everything on that stroke that you have taken. So now everything is back to normal, and just click on it and you go back. Now we have the whiteboard working, and if we just stop Whiteboard, we'll come up and say do we want to stop or not. Let's cancel that one, and let's say that we want to bring in other people. During your Whiteboard session, you have the option to start a meeting, and it will convert this one into a normally Teams rooms meeting, and we have the option to add participant and so on, and everybody can co-work on the whiteboard. So this is actually a very nice feature that Microsoft have come with. So back again. I was telling later that there's a different thing if you are using the controller. So right now I will show you the behavior or some settings that you need to make sure is set on the controller. So right now I have my Yelik controller here, and I'll just power it up. And this will take 2 seconds, so I'll just pause. And now we are back, and it is connected and synchronized, and everything is perfect, and we have all the icons here. In the beginning, when I first did some of the installation, I found out that the actually icon was not showing. So I want to show you what actually was the solution for it. So we'll see if we can do a handheld camera. Yeah, and by the way, if you look up on the monitor or the screen, you can see that the icons are way normal Teams behavior. But that icon here for Whiteboard was not showing. So I went in here and into settings and device settings, and we scroll all the way down to our Teams admin settings in here, and we type the password. And we go into Teams admin settings. In here under meeting settings, we have a slider that are allowing to initiate a whiteboard session. That was off. I don't know why it was off. And the funny thing is that if you didn't have the touch control on, Whiteboard was enabled on it. But the second you connected the touch controller, Whiteboard was gone. So, but if you experience that, just go in here and make sure that that you have this setting correctly. So this was just a short demonstration how to enable Whiteboard. Yeah, there's a lot of other great videos on how to use Whiteboard out there, so I don't want to spend too much time on that. But the important thing here is that you know how to configure and set it up so you can begin using Whiteboard. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, put a like or a comment or anything like that. Any questions, just feel free to write comments below. Else, have a great Friday and a weekend when you come to it. See you next week.